Hey, so this is Shab, or Karsten. That's my actual name, but who wants to call me Karsten? I'm Shab from Porcupine Applesauce, the channel you're currently watching. We make stupid gameplay videos, and, we've never really formally introduced ourselves, but I don't really feel as if we need to. Just watch all of our videos, and you'll see how we are, who we are, and what we like, and what we're like. So just watch those videos and you'll see who we are. But we wanted to stray from the norm a little bit, or mainly me. I was borrowing the mic, and I was like, hey, I want to make my own video, and we'll see how well it goes. We wanted to make actual videos that aren't just all gameplay videos, straight from the norm a little bit. That's what we're doing right now, and no one actually knows I'm making this video, so it's all going to be my opinions of this video, but it's going to be my top anticipated, or just in games I'm anticipating for in 2014 that I'm really excited for. So, yeah. Before we start this, I'm just going to say that I'm mainly a Nintendo and PC guy. Like, I have tons of Steam games, tons of Nintendo games. I do respect Sony and Microsoft a lot. I don't actually have a PS3. I have a 360, but I just don't play a lot of that. Because I feel like, sure, I can play those exclusives like that, but my PC, I can play games like BioShock or stuff like that, or Fallout. So I can still play those games, and I can experience those games just on what I think is a better console. Hate me if you will for that. So, yeah. This is going to be my opinions of the top anticipated games. If yours isn't on there, hey, you can talk about it in the comments. But, yeah, we're going to start this list with Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U. Whenever this game was announced in E3 of 2013, or this year, I was really, really excited for it. I got up early for that Nintendo Direct at like 10 a.m., I think it was, just because I knew that they were going to announce a new Super Smash Bros., which has been there my entire life. I've been playing Super Smash since I was like 3, been playing Super Smash Melee ever since I was a kid, played Brawl whenever I was like preteen, teen, loved it. Super Smash Bros. Has been there my entire life. That's why I'm really excited for this, because then there's a new Super Smash Bros. Coming, and it's going to be there when I'm in college, an adult, and, it's going to be great because I'm going to be going to college soon. It's going to come out around then, and it's just going to be awesome. But I really hope they do a good blend of Melee and Brawl. I tend to be a bigger fan of Melee because Melee's gameplay, I'm more used to it. Brawl was a little bit slower. Brawl had a lot more to it, though. Brawl was a jam-packed game. So much content. But Melee's gameplay and control were just so spot on that Brawl didn't touch it as well. It didn't reach. It just wasn't as good. It was so good, but it just wasn't as good. I was anticipating Brawl so much when it came out, and I was satisfied. I went to the midnight release of it, and I just so many memories from that. It was just great. But I just hope the new game kind of has a good blend of the two. Have as much content as Brawl did, but have the perfect gameplay and control as Melee, and you'll just have like the perfect package that people will be playing for years. Another problem I have with it is, why am I talking about problems? I never even mentioned that I had problems to begin with. Anyways, the new game, I just wish they would change the title of it, Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U. If they're doing that just to differentiate which one you're buying, like, hey, I'm going to get this 3DS box, but hey, maybe this is the Wii U version. I'm not sure that's why they're doing it, but why are they doing that title? I know they do that with games like New Super Mario Bros. U or New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I'm like, we know what console it's for. Make an actual title. Super Mario 3D Land and Super Mario 3D World, why does 3D need to be in there? Make a good title. I don't know. Nintendo isn't very good with that stuff. But if they just made a cool title like Super Smash Bros. Skirmish, or just like another fighting name like Brawl or Melee, I don't know what else there is, but that's not my job to find out. That's their job to find out. Make a really cool title, make the perfect package, and I'll be anticipating this game so much. Alright, the next game on the list is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I was never that big of a Donkey Kong Country fan. I got Donkey Kong Country Returns whenever it came out, and I hadn't even beaten the first two. Those are the two I own for Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country 2. I played them as kids, but never beat them. I beat Donkey Kong Country Returns. Loved it. I thought it was really hard. And I didn't like some of the controls, like the shaking or whatever, but I thought the game was fantastic. Like, one of the best Nintendo games to come out on the Wii in a while. People had a reason to play the Wii again, and then they didn't play it again until Skyward Sword, but, really good game. And then later, around a couple months ago, I decided to go back to Donkey Kong Country, and I played through most of the original Country. didn't beat it, and then I went to Country 2, and really, really, really enjoyed Country 2. Country 2 is one of my favorite platformers ever. It has like the perfect mix of difficulty and just fun, because Dixie and Diddy just work so well together. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, but the game is so fun. And it's really hard. I never really knew it was that hard, but it's one of my favorite platformers ever, if not the best platform I've ever played. The perfect amount of bonus content and all of it. You'll just play that game and you'll love it. You won't be able to stop playing. You'll die, but you'll just keep coming back. And you know, Donkey Kong Country Returns, or Tropical Freeze, is going to have Diddy, Dixie, and Donkey Kong. And you know, that's going to be awesome. So I'm really hoping this game's going to be great. You know, I'm really kind of bummed that it got delayed to February, because you know, I don't really have that much I'm asking for Christmas, because there's not really that many games I want, because, I don't know, there's not much coming out. But if that would have been out for the holiday season, that would be great. But, you know, I'm definitely going to buy this game right when it comes out. The next game I'm excited about is X for Wii U. That's literally just the title. It's called X because it's a part of the Xeno series, a series I've only played one game of, Xenoblade Chronicles. That was because I was a supporter of Operation Rainfall, and I did play Xenoblade Chronicles. Didn't beat it, but I did really enjoy the game. It was a really, really good RPG, had a great story. I just loved everything about the game, but I guess I didn't have the time when the game came out. I didn't have as much time to play it, and I don't know, I could get back to it. I do think it's really, really big crap that GameStop is selling the used copies for $90, but enough of that. X looks fantastic. Just right now, just talking about looks, the game just looks really good. The game looks just as good as anything that Microsoft or Sony can put out. And okay, maybe a little exaggerated about that, but the game looks good. Like the horizons and just the backgrounds and the mechs and the people and the landscape and just everything looks good. I know what I just said might have been stupid, but just the little details of the game look really good. I'm going to say this, it kind of looks like a Final Fantasy game, but for Wii U, and it's going to be that awesome RPG that comes out for the Wii U that we finally get to play. And what's wrong with that? It just looks good. Plus, the mech robot, it just looks awesome. And how big the enemies look, the game looks like it's going to blow minds. It's going to blow my mind when it comes out. So, definitely excited for that game. Another game I'm excited about is for 3DS. It's called Bravely Default. It's made by Square Enix, and it's getting localized on February of next year. So it's technically already been out, but this is another game I'm excited for. It looks a lot like Dragon Quest IX, Sentinels of the Starry Skies, that I played a couple years ago. Really, really did enjoy that game, and it's reminding me of that game, but it's going to be for 3DS, and I don't know, it just looks like a really good RPG. I'm a really big fan of JRPGs, and that's going to be a great one. I can't really say more about that. I haven't looked that much at it because I don't want to be spoiled. But what I have seen of it just looks fantastic. So I'm really excited for that one. Next game is Hotline Miami 2 Wrong Number. I've been playing Hotline Miami actually like the past 2 weeks or so. I've been playing it. Really, really enjoying the game. I've actually had it for a long time. Didn't decide to play it till now. Really good. I didn't know anything about it going in. And then I found out it was kind of like a stealth-ish, like, shooting game, top-down, but it has really cool graphics and everything. I don't know how to explain why I really like it, but it just feels so good. Like, the game's just really fun to play when you're playing it. It's also really, really difficult at times, or maybe I just suck at video games, but it's kind of hard. Hotline Miami story was a little bit weird. I didn't know really what was happening a lot going through it. So I'm not really caring all about the story. I just hope the second game brings more to the table, but also has how great this first game felt to play. And I hope it improves the control just slightly. I didn't even know there was a lock-on Hotline Miami until very recently. So the entire time I was playing the game, when I was trying to kill people, I was like, why am I not killing them? I would just miss when I was aiming when I totally thought I was hitting them, but I didn't know there was a lock-on, so yeah, you know, whatever. But Hotline Miami 2... excited for that game. The next game I'm excited for is A Hat in Time. It was recently kickstarted, and it's going to be like a Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day rare game, straight from the N64 days onto our computers, and other consoles too. It looks fantastic. It's going to be composed by Grant Kirkhope, and it just looks straight up N64. It doesn't look N64. What I mean, it looks like it plays like an N64 collectathon game. And I love those games. I played Banjo-Kazooie growing up. I played Donkey Kong 64 growing up, played Mario 64, and I just love those games. One of those games hasn't been released in a long time. The last one I could say, I mean, Galaxy and Galaxy 2 aren't exactly the same because those are more level-based, but those were like the last I can think of that were similar-ish to those kind of games. But A Hat in Time just looks like straight up it's going to be awesome. Just a fun game. So I'm really excited for that game. And the last game I'm anticipating for next year that has actually been announced, I'll go over games that haven't been announced after this, is Shovel Knight. Yet another game that was kickstarted, which is, Kickstarter is an awesome thing. I mean, Mighty Number 9 also recently got kickstarted. I'm not sure if that comes out next year or 2015. I'm pretty sure it's 2015. And that just looks straight up Mega Man, so that's really cool. But Kickstarter does fantastic things, and this is another thing that's getting kickstarted that's coming out, is Shovel Knight. It looks like an NES Mega Man DuckTales kind of game, you know what I'm saying? It looks like something that would be made by Capcom in the 80s and early 90s for the NES. And you know, that's just awesome. Capcom obviously doesn't want to make these games for us anymore. They made Mega Man 9, Mega Man 10, but they don't want to make Mega Man-esque games for us apparently anymore. I mean, Shovel Knight's not going to be a Mega Man game, but it's going to be in the same vein as like platformers like that. So, hey, if someone else will do it for us, then who cares really? As long as the game's good, then hey, I don't care. It's coming to 3DS, Wii U, and Steam. Hey, I'll totally play this on the go too. So, I don't know. I'm excited to see this game. It just looks good, and it looks like it'd be fun. I saw Pro Jared's Worth a Damn video, and that really enticed me to buy the game and get the game, so hey, I'm excited. The last game that actually hasn't been announced that I'd be excited to see next year is, or just in the next year or sometime to be announced, is I'm actually filming this on the day that a new Wii U game is being announced at VGX, and I'm really hoping that game is Zelda U, or Zelda for Wii U. People are talking about how they want it to be released in 2014, or Nintendo has even said that, I think. And I really just hope that we at least hear about a new Zelda game, a 3D Zelda game, because a lot of people don't like Skyward Sword. I love Skyward Sword. You're going to see a list about that soon. Won't spoil anything, but you'll see a list of Zelda games. Okay, yeah, I kind of spoiled it, but you'll see a list of Zelda games. That's all I'm going to say. And I really like Skyward Sword. Maybe I am just kind of a fanboy and made myself accept that I loved it, or maybe I didn't actually love it. I don't know, but I really do like that game. Some people try to tell me I don't like it. Like, there's a friend on this channel called PJ. Hey, PJ, if you're watching this, Skyward Sword's a good game. We can rant on that all we want. But he hates that game because he said the controls sucked. He said Fee sucked, which Fee did suck. He said the game just sucked, and he doesn't really explain it much more than the control sucking. And that's pretty much it. But some people didn't like the last 3D Zelda, so they need to release a new good 3D Zelda, mainly because the Wii U's not doing too well. They released a new, really good Mario game that blew people's mind. Blow people's mind. Yes, you can do that. That blew people's mind, and now they need a Zelda game. If they release a new 3D Zelda game in the next year, people are going to get it, and people would totally buy a Wii U just for that, because if it looks as good as that one video did that showed the specs of the Wii U and what the Wii U could do, and it was a Zelda spec video of what the Zelda U would look like. It looked a lot like Twilight Princess, which I don't mind. I mean, I wish they went for a kind of a different art style, because they go for a new art style every Zelda game except for Majora's Mask. I just hope they do a new art style, you know? They don't have to make it look all realistic, but if that's what HD graphics entail, then sure, make it look realistic. But I just want them to do what they want, and Twilight Princess came because they were just listening to people and saying, hey, people want a really realistic one, we're going to do it just because everyone's asking for it. I hope they do what they want and make the HD graphics just look great on it, and make the game I just hope it blows minds. Wind Waker HD is just awesome, so Zelda will work on a Wii U. So I just hope it gets announced tonight or soon, and hopes it comes out soon, because if that comes out soon, people will buy Wii U's, and people need to buy Wii U's because it's sort of not doing too well. I mean, I've had a Wii U after a month it came out, so hey, but that's just me. I still own 5 games for it. I bought 1 game for it in the year that I've had it, and that was Injustice, a game that was multi-platform. So good job, Nintendo. Good job. As long as they had better third-party support and released more games for it themselves, they didn't really start releasing Wii U games after the launch until Pikmin 3 came out. So, hey, Nintendo, you should sort of make games for it, because they're kind of focusing a lot on 3DS, which is fine. 3DS is doing fantastic, so... But maybe they can get some of that 3DS money by making a really good Wii U game. I don't know. Anyways, this was mainly a video just to see how I sounded on the mic, how things went, and everything. So just tell me how it went, guys. Tell me how the video was. Tell me if you disagree, if you agree, what games you're excited for. And I don't know. Just thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. I'm Shab.